Alright, this is another part of the Bad 66 Chevelles here. I'm trying to show y'all this gas tank in this 78 Ford. It's really not that dirty. It's pretty clean. Which is a shame, because I still can't use this tank. Because I got to looking at it, and what's happened, somebody's done JB welded this tank sometime or another, and that's just not gonna fly. We're gonna do better than that. We'll take this sending unit here. This is a good sending unit. It works good. We'll keep that. And let me show you all what I'm talking about here. Flipped it up. And lo and behold, look what we got here. Somebody's done JB welded it. Plus it's really pitted up through there. But I can take this screwdriver here. You're not on that side. Let's try this side. Look at there, there's little pinholes right there. And it's got little pinholes right here. Y'all can see that. Hard to see, but it's little pinholes right there. There you go, now y'all can really see it. So this tank is junk. It's gonna get scrapped. And I'm actually thinking about going a whole different way about this. So I'm thinking about just doing away with this side tank here and going on and putting a rear tank back on this truck, because it's so much easier to get a rear tank for this truck than it is the side one. You can get the side one easy, but it's a lot cheaper for the rear one, and this truck had rear tanks anyway. This is a dual tank truck originally anyway. So this is a tank off my Ford, and I think I'm gonna end up going that route. And I'm really considering buying the bigger tank for the rear, because they make a bigger tank for the rear. It's like 38 gallons, and I'm really considering getting that. The only thing is the sending unit will have to be lengthened a little bit, but I think they make a kit that comes with it. This sending unit won't work. This is for the side tank, but if I had one for the rear, I think what you got to do is you get in there and you got to lengthen this sock down more, because it'll be longer because it's a deeper tank. And you have to change this float out here, this little rod here. I guess you could unsolder that and solder a longer one on it. But I think they make a sending unit for the 38 gallon. But I'm seriously considering just doing away with this side tank here, because it's junk anyway. That's a shame for that, but I'm not going to waste time trying to patch this thing. Plus being the gas tank stuff, I'm just going to scrap it and just get another one. Because it's already, sometime or another, it's already got had pinholes, and somebody like JB Weld or something over here, and we're just not going to risk that. I'm just going to take this thing, scrap it. And the one way to tell too if it's the style tank that has that fuel return, it's a little hole that's right in here, and it's a little hole right there that the fuel line goes on to, that goes back up to the fuel pump. It's like a return line. for the emissions crap. But this one doesn't have it, thank goodness. Makes it nicer. But I was pricing side tanks. They're really not that bad. They're like $130, $140 for another tank. It's not the fact of the price of that, but I'd really like to put a rear tank on this truck. Because it'd be a lot easier, and the truck's already set up for it. Because it was originally a dual tank truck anyway. Somebody took the rear one off years and years ago. Probably for the same reason that this one is having right now. But I'm thinking about buying that 38 gallon, because the 38 gallon I was looking online is like, I think $170 for the tank. And then get the sending unit that matches it, because it's a little longer sending unit. I think it was like maybe 50 or 60, something like that. But I was thinking about going that route mainly because it'd be a lot more gas and just be a lot nicer. And it'd be almost equal to what that truck was anyway. This tank right here is, I think it's like 22.5 gallons, something like that. That's what it said online. And the rear one was like 19 gallons, something like that. So it's almost about the same as buying that 38 gallon. It's give or take a couple down gallons, but it's about the same. I'm thinking about going that route and just buying that deeper tank you can put on the rear there and get the 38 gallon. And it'd be a little nicer too, because then you don't have to stop for gas every time you turn around. I get about 10 miles to a gallon. It takes it. I know this truck gets about 10 miles to a gallon, and it don't matter where you drive. Whether you're going up mountains or come down mountains, they get 10 miles a gallon. So that's another reason too. This would be nicer because you wouldn't have to fill it up as much. The only downfall about it is it'd be about $100 to fill it up, but that's alright. So I might not even put this side tank back on. I might just put the rear tank on it and go get that 38 gallon like I want, and just go that route. Because it said it's supposed to bulk up. The whole top of it is the exact same. It's just the bottom is deeper is all. But I've been watching videos online about it, and I'd like to go that route, because that'd be nice. So just fill it up and not have to worry for a good while. Only thing it hurt is my wallet, but oh well. So I'd like to put that bigger tank on there. Like to get some opinions out there if anybody else has done that out there, and because you can buy them tanks, they're pretty much the exact same from 73 all the way up to like a 96, 97 f150. They're all pretty much the same tank. The only real difference is the hole, and then it's got that other hole for the fuel return line, all that emission stuff. But other than that, that's really the only difference. Is that hole's bigger for the on the newer trucks. It's got the in-tank fuel pump that's a little bit bigger, and it's got that emission stuff on it. That's really about it, because the rest of the tank is pretty much the same. Because you can take a tank from like a 96 and it'll bolt right up on a 78. The only really difference is that hole, and you got that emission return line, but you really could just put a piece of fuel line, put a cap on it, and you wouldn't have to have that. Maybe get a fuel regulator or something, but they're all pretty much the same tanks. They really didn't change that much for the side or the rear. The rears are a lot easier to get, and they're a lot cheaper, because I found a rear tank. It was like a 19 gallon online, and they only wanted like I think $85 for it, which that's a pretty good deal, because this one's about 130, 140. And then the rear one's like $85 shipped to the door. And then even by the time you buy the sending unit and stuff, it's still cheaper than getting this one. Because either way I look at it, I'm still going to have to buy them rubber hoses that go to the fuel neck on the bed there. So I'm still going to have to buy 2 of them. And I'm still going to have to get a tank, and still going to have to eventually get a sending unit. So any way you look at it, I'm still going to buy everything I want, regardless of whether I get a side or a rear. Doesn't really matter. I'm still going to have to buy all that. Now, if you use side tank, probably just reuse that sending unit, but I don't know, because it wouldn't be that hard. I just like to have that bigger tank there, because fill it up and not have to worry about it as much. One thing that hurts my wallet. It'd be like $100, but oh well. But it should last about 3 weeks. I'd like to get some opinions out there if anybody's ever did that, where they upgrade it to a bigger fuel tank on the rear of their truck there. If anybody's ever done that that's watching this video, just feel free to leave a comment below. Let me know what all trouble you run into, or how hard it was. Or, as I was reading, you should be able to take and use your original straps on the rear. But anyway, I just figured I'd make this video here. That's where we're at right now. So now we gotta get a fuel tank for it. Once this is done, I'm gonna go over and start fixing all the small stuff, fixing the lights and all that, and after that we'll start looking for a motor. So anyway, thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and hit that subscribe button. Thank you everybody out there who's subscribed. Appreciate all the feedback.